Meantime, the ACLU of Texas calling for an investigation tonight into the actions of a Harris County judge.
Incredible story. A day after losing his re-election bid, along with so many other Republican judges because of that straight ticket voting, Judge Glenn Devlin released nearly all of the juvenile defendants who appeared before him today, as long as they promised not to kill anyone.
Our Keith Garvin heard from an attorney who was inside that courtroom and joins us live with this controversy. Keith?
Dominic, Bill, the actions that we heard, the reported actions by that judge quickly made the rounds inside of this courthouse today, especially amongst the public defenders whose young clients had to go before that judge. And we did speak to one of the attorneys who was inside the courtroom. Steve Halpert is the juvenile division chief for Harris County's public defender's office. In his 18 years of practicing law, he says he's never seen anything like what occurred in this courthouse.
All right, Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Bashim, Shabbat Bashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to you, sincere brothers out there pushing the truth, fighting the good faith. And that's only for the 12 tribes of Israel. You know, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Naphtali, Issachar, all of the rest. And also, you have Israelites who are scattered to the four corners of the earth, which means that they've been pushed out to different nations on the earth. Could be Russia, could be Australia, could be any country. Or could be Hawaii, could be the Virgin Islands, wherever. Just real quick. You can see, man, this whole judicial system, you know, because the focus right now, what Esau did was, you know, in democracy, they divide power between judicial, executive, legislative. They got to go through all these checks and balances, you know, so that no power is over any of the other powers, and that everything is equal. And it's just crazy that you have this kind of bullshit. That just goes to show you how corrupt the court system is. That is based on money. Basically, this judge he lost re-election, and he had all these juvenile delinquents locked up. And basically, they promised him that they wouldn't kill anyone, so he let them out. You know, which really doesn't mean anything. It could have been, you know, it could have been thieves or whatever. But, you know, now they're being let free because of a money issue. And now it's going to cost whoever the next judge is, they're going to have to go through the process of finding these people. If they, you know, get booked again, you know, giving them another trial or whatever, doing all the same shit over and over again that they do. And that just goes to show you, these Edomites, they just let people out of prison. I mean, they're juveniles, but they let them out of prison. Just like when the whole three strikes law came out under Bill Clinton. If you got 3 felonies, basically, you know, you ain't coming out of jail. And it was so many people getting hit with that 3rd strike that they actually had to let people out of jail. They had to let many people out of prison just to make room for all those people who were coming in. You know, which is just insane. And you got all kind of stories about, you know, Israelite men being accused of rape. Usually it's looks like a Judite, but Israelite men being accused of rape, or Israelite men being accused of murder, being locked up for 20 years, 30 years, doing life sentences. And the scriptures talk about, you know, you're supposed to have 1 or 2 witnesses. Matter of fact, let me get that. Here it is, Deuteronomy 19:15. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity or for any sin, in any sin that he sinneth, at the mouth of two witnesses or at the mouth of three witnesses shall the matter be established. So you're supposed to have two witnesses, 2 or 3 witnesses, so that the matter should be established. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Most High, before the priests and the judges which shall be in those days. And the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, and hath testified falsely against his brother, then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother, so shalt thou put the evil away from among you. There you go. And those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you. And thine eye shall not pity, but life shall go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. There you go. So the scriptures do preach an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. If you were going to, you had somebody who lied as a witness and to condemn somebody and to destroy them, basically whatever punishment that person was supposed to get, this false witness receives. Yep. Then shall ye do unto him as he hath thought to have done unto his brother. There you go. So whatever the punishment would have been for the person who was innocent, it would be unto that person who bore false witness on it. And that never happens, especially not with Israel. You got all kind of people who get off because 20 years later the person felt guilty who falsely accused this person. 20 years later, some chick who said you raped her, you went to trial, you got beat up in prison and all this crazy shit, and then she comes out and said, "Oh, I lied about it." And that's why, people get emotional, because we go into that law on rape in the scriptures, where it talks about, if the woman is betrothed, she's married, and you rape her, and she cries out, then only the man will get put to death. But if she does not, they both get put to death. Yeah, because you have a lot of these women who are into that kind of shit, who are down for that kind of treatment. That's why you got so many damn females online getting butt ass naked, doing all kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm talking about. And they down with it. They're down to have many men, inside of them. They're down to have that list of men and to be known for that. So, hey, you have to have a way for you to deal with that, because any chick can just say, just like, Bill Cosby, that's a national case. That was nationally publicized and stuff. And, you have a lot of people who on both sides, they didn't understand how to deal with that according to law. And that's one thing in America that people don't realize. They don't deal with things according to the law. They deal with things according emotionally. You see a lot of videos of police coming up. They just kick down your door, come up. They can just run up on you, put the cuffs on you, beat the shit out of you, and then later on, oh, we thought you were somebody else. And now it's a fucking lawsuit and another fucking headache and more money you gotta pay just to get money out of them for beating the shit out you, just because they were on some bullshit, emotions. Hey, the scriptures tell you how you're supposed to do things. We're supposed to review and walk according to the scriptures. And this is what you do with murderers, because some of these men, they could have been murderers. I don't know. Deuteronomy 19:11, if any man hate his neighbor and lie in wait for him and rise up against him and smite him mortally that he die and fleeth into one of these cities, Then the elders of his city shall send and fetch him thence, and deliver him into the hand of the avenger of blood, that he may die. Thine eye shall not pity him, but thou shalt put away the guilt of innocent blood from Israel, that it may go well with thee. There you go. So you ain't supposed to do like Esau does. They bring somebody to court, and then they'll play a game where they'll try to, the defense attorney will try to say, well, look, this person is, they have a history of mental imbalance, mental insanity. They try to plead that crazy shit. So basically, if they commit murder, the person can get off because the court will rule that they're mentally unsound or whatever, send them to a nut house or some shit. Then you have fucking Hannibal Lecter, a fucking damn killer in there. Basically, I forget the word I wanted to use, but you got all kind of murderers and all kind of psychos in there who play crazy when they get in the court, but then they're really not crazy. So hey, Esau, he'll allow somebody like that to get away with that shit. I think I saw a video for that one too. And these Edomites do that. They know that Edomite will do some wicked, heinous shit. Then they get in the courtroom. Oh, you know what? This man is not mentally fit to serve in prison. We have to give him a lesser sentence in basically in the mental hospital, mental institution. Bullshit. Okay, that avenger of blood is supposed to kill his ass. And it says what? Thine eye shall not pity him. Hey, this society, man, people don't do that shit. It's like that bitch who accused, we always bring out that bitch who accused Emmett Till of whistling at her. And they killed his ass. They did him real crazy. And then later on, she came out, oh, he never whistled at me. But they never gave where her location was. They protected her. Esau protects the liars and the bullshitters and the con men and all these evil pieces of shit in this society, and doesn't allow true justice to trickle down. That's why people are pissed off. That's why people are not trying to fucking vote. Okay? People are not trying to get married and none of this other pussy shit. Because this society does not promote justice. Child support. We could talk about that all day. How you gotta pay a bitch. You don't get to see the child. She can play games. You get a better job. They could do a reassessment of child support. She gets more money if you get a better job. All this fucking leeching shit, and then the government, they keep putting these people in power and trying to say, oh, they're just like black people. These are the new black people, the new minorities. They just put people in the Senate and the House of Representatives. See, we got, what do they have, Islamic women or something like that. More openly homosexual people, of course. There's some Native American women, some black women. All of this bullshit. All this bullshit. And the Israelite men are still at the bottom, still suffering. And us voting is not going to fucking change anything. And you had this nigga, Roland Martin. Anybody who says you shouldn't vote, he's a complete idiot. And man, shut the fuck up. Voting is for suckers. Okay? You got these people who vote on a computer. Anything you do on a computer can be manipulated. It can be hacked. It's a computer. It's electronic. Fuck it. Even if you did write a ballot, they could just switch out that big ass box you put all the ballots and all the votes in. They could switch that out for another one, and then just say, well, look, this other person won, 55 to 45. It was a close race. And how the fuck would you know? They did it before. So, hey man, all that shit is bullshit. Political office is bullshit. At the end of the day, Yahweh Shema Shai has the minds of all these politicians, all these so-called kings, all of these men in his hands, and they're doing exactly what he wants them to do, whether they want to or whether they know it. Matter of fact, I'm going to read this one too, Numbers 35 and 29. So these things shall be the statute of judgment unto you throughout your generations in all your dwellings, including here in America. Whosoever killeth any person, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of witnesses, but one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. Moreover, ye shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer, which is guilty of death, but he shall surely be put to death. And you shall take no satisfaction for him that is fled to the city of his refuge, that he should come again to dwell in the land unto the death of the priest. There you go. So, we don't take satisfaction in, brothers talk about, look, 2/3 of Israel has to die. 2/3 of Israel does have to die because they're sick. But we don't take satisfaction in saying that. We don't take satisfaction in saying, we got all these wicked, murderous niggas. It's therapeutic to tell the truth, and the Bible does say we're supposed to condemn the wicked. We're supposed to tell our people of their deeds, but we don't take satisfaction that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to destroy these people. Hey, if everybody could be saved. And everybody could, brothers will try to find a way. Hey, just like Solomon prayed a prayer to Yahweh Shema Shai, and I believe it was promised to Solomon that if all Israel shall face the east, then Yahweh Shema Shai basically would free us and return us to Israel. But all Israel refuses to do that, so Yahweh Shema Shai has to do a selection process. And we hope to be in that number. Okay, that's like the song said, when the saints go marching in, we hope to be in that number. That's what the song is about. But with that being said, man, all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, by Shema Kakadash. I hope this was edifying to you. Shalom, continue to fight the faith.